of White Horse Live with our guest tonight, Christian Howes, who is at White Horse Black Mountain. We can say that now. Ready to answer your questions. Go to facebook.com and find the White Horse Black Mountain page, and it's live there. So, hi, Christian. Say hello to everyone.
Thank you, Rebecca. And there are so many people I want to thank for making this show happen. I guess this is going to be my first live show in 8 months. I want to thank Bob Hinkle here at White Horse Black Mountain, close to where I live here near Asheville, North Carolina. I want to thank Rebecca at Rat House Production. And I also really want to thank Michael Burgraff and a Center for the Arts in Fergus Falls, Minnesota. This originally was to be a show live last spring, and it was because of that we were able to make this happen. And that is also thanks to Arts Midwest for supporting that. I'm excited to be able to play with some fantastic musicians tonight, many of whom I've known for 25 years, and I can tell you that it is definitely different to play with other humans in one space. It's a very special feeling for us as musicians. We're going to get to hear some of my friends tonight, a fabulous vocalist named Wendy Jones, and the wonderful pianist Lovell Bradford, his son Skip Bradford on bass, and multi-instrumentalist Hamilton Hardin on drums tonight. He'll also play some saxophone. We have prepared a program, and we're excited to give it to you guys tonight. Really, really excited. And if anybody out there has any questions, I'd love to take them. I'm not sure if I can actually see the questions here. So if there are any questions, maybe you guys can let me know what they are. Live watch video. Nah, that's not it. Rebecca, would you like to let me know if there are any questions?
I absolutely will. I'm watching the feed. There are no questions yet, but I'll let you know as soon as something shows up.
Great.
Actually, maybe you can answer. How long have you all been playing together? Because you're fantastic.
Yeah, well, so these musicians I've known for, especially Lovell and Hamilton, I've known for 25 years. I will talk a little bit about the theme of this program, which we're calling American Spirit. I was inspired due to being invited by the United States State Department for trips abroad. And during those trips, I was asked to do some teaching and also to do some performing. One of those trips was to Montenegro. And Hamilton, who you'll hear tonight on drums, he was on that trip with me. We played several concerts in the country of Montenegro. And another one of those trips was to Ukraine. That was probably the one that really inspired me the most, because while I was in Ukraine, I took a guided tour with one of the diplomats, and he talked to me about the things that he had witnessed personally during the protests in Ukraine. This was maybe 7-8 years ago, and we were on the site where these things had happened. So where there had been, in Ukraine, people were demonstrating. They were having, you might imagine, like a kind of like an outdoor festival kind of space where people would demonstrate, and they'd come up to the mic and they'd speak, and they'd play music, people would be dancing, there'd be speakers. And at this site, the protesters were attacked. They faced violent attacks. And so hearing about that from this diplomat, a career diplomat who is also a friend of mine, hearing him talk about it was really moving to me, and learning more about what the U.S. diplomats, what they do day to day. Because that's why they brought us, that's why they brought me, was to be part of the U.S. diplomatic efforts, cultural diplomacy, showing goodwill, kind of winning hearts and minds. So that really inspired me because I felt for many years as a young person that patriotism seemed like, it just didn't seem like it was something that belonged to me. I didn't identify as a patriot. I felt mixed feelings about being an American. And I thought that to be a patriot required certain types of attitudes. But after that, I kind of reclaimed that concept for myself. I thought, I'm a patriot. I appreciate being an American. And I thought, nobody gets to own that term. Nobody gets to try to define it. You're a patriot if you think this. You're a patriot if you act like this. I thought, it's really an opportunity for me. I get to define patriotism. I get to define what American spirit is for me. And I like that. I like that idea. And so I thought, I want to make art that celebrates that idea. And so that's what I started doing about 7 years ago. I made an album, got a lot of good attention for that album, and I've just kept the theme alive. It's nice to have a seasonal theme that you can return to every 4 years or whatever it might be. So that would be the thing I'd love for you to think about. What does it mean for you to be an American? What does it mean to you, the concept of American spirit? And I encourage you to make your own meaning of that and define it for yourself. And don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. And that's what I got. We got any questions? And if not, we will get ready for the show.
No questions so far, Christian. Thank you for talking about the spirit of the show. Really looking forward to hearing it. And thanks all for tuning in. We will be back in just a few minutes here on White Horse Live, so don't go anywhere. Welcome, everyone, to another edition of White Horse Live, coming to you from White Horse Black Mountain. This evening is the 35th episode of White Horse Live, hosted as always by Bob Hinkle and co-produced by White Horse Black Mountain and Rad House Studio. Tonight, we welcome violinist Christian Howes to the White Horse stage. He's joined by Lovell Bradford Sr., piano, Hamilton Hardin, drums, Skip Bradford, bass, and special guest singer Wendy Jones. We are very glad to be open again to the public, but seating at White Horse is very limited due to ongoing COVID safety recommendations. We'll continue to offer these programs as live online streams, even when we have an audience. There's no fixed ticket price for the live stream of this program. Instead, we ask that you pay what you can. Now, more than ever, our artists rely on your tips. They can't hear your applause if you're watching us at home. Your tips are the way to show your appreciation. And the best way to do that is to visit whitehorselive.tips in your web browser. Not .com, not tips.com, it's just whitehorselive.tips. And we'll display the tip jar address from time to time on screen during the show, as we are now. Thank you for helping make this series a success. We are grateful for your help in spreading the word. Please keep sharing the event notices, hosting those live watch parties, and telling all your friends. Now here's your host, Bob Hinkle.
That wasn't good rhythm. You guys have got some. Wait, try it again. When the song rises up, white horses will fill the mountains. When song rises up, then the clouds roll away. If you don't believe that music has power, just stay right here with us for just about an hour. Oh, Chris, he's gonna lift you up. He will loosen up your tightin' and he will fill your cup. When the song rises up, white horses will fill the mountains. When the song rises up, then the clouds roll away. And the clouds roll away. Then the clouds roll away. Now, you can applaud now if you want to. It's perfectly all right. Now, as Rebecca said, tonight White Horse Live is indeed proud to present Christian Howes and a wonderful band. Chris was named the #1 rising star in Downbeat Magazine's Critics Poll, and those of you who knows anything about jazz know that that's the one that you want to be on the top of. He was Violinist of the Year, according to Jazz Journalists Association. He was top 3 violinist in Jazz Times. He had a best of 2015 from the Huffington Post, and he had a famous 6-night run at Jazz at Lincoln Center, but he does not do windows. I've asked him that. In 2001, Chris founded a Creative Strings Workshops, partially funded by that extremely discerning and sensitive arts organization, the Ohio State Legislature. We had the group's annual conference sort of send-off here at White Horse last year, and it was great. Made me feel more comfortable about the future of jazz, especially on the violin. I love to hear Chris play because I know he's going to drain every bit of music and emotion and interpretive content and individuality out of whatever he's playing. In other words, he plays, and I believe it. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs and cats, guppies and goldfish, and anybody out there on the couch that I left out, please, a warm virtual round of applause for this wonderful band and Mr. Christian Howes.
we're going to welcome a fabulous guest, Wendy Jones. And while you are full of anticipation for her greatness, let's just acknowledge Hamilton Hardin on the drums, Skip Bradford on the bass, and Lovell Bradford Sr. on the piano.
Well, hi, y'all. Go big or go home. That's what y'all just did. That was amazing. So this will be a little bit different feel. We're going to do a little tune for you that was featured in a movie called Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. It's a great song about hope and imagination called Pure Imagination. Pure imagination. Take a look and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What you'll see will defy explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Wanna change the world, there's nothing to it. There is no life I know to compare with your imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be. look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Wanna change the world? There's nothing to it. There is no life I know to compare with your imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be. Come with me to the land of pure imagination. Pure imagination. Come with me. Come with me. Pure imagination. Thank you. That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank y'all. Thank you so much. That was fun. Yeah, thank you. All right. So, next we're going to do a tune by Sting. And this is a powerful tune. It's something I've wanted to do for a while, and so we're going to do it. It's called Fragile. Are you just changing instruments, or should I tell a joke?
No, you can.
Okay, I can do it. Yeah, okay, great. So I'm going to go through, right, and y'all are going to do solos in water key. Groovy. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. If blood will flow when flesh and steel are one, drying in the color of the evening sun, tomorrow's rain will wash the stains away, but something in our minds will always stay. Perhaps this final act was meant to clinch a lifetime's argument that nothing comes from violence, nothing ever could. For all those born beneath an angry star, lest we forget how fragile we are. On and on the rain will fall, like tears from a star, like tears from a star. Oh, on and on the rain will say how fragile we are, how fragile we are. And on the rain will fall like tears from a star, like tears from a star. On and on the rain will say how fragile we are, how fragile we are, how fragile we are. How fragile we are, how fragile we are, how fragile, how fragile, how fragile, how fragile we are. Thank you. All right. I was going to say an old cruise ship joke. The boys in the band, and right now they're all mine. See, it still gets a little bit of a laugh. I'll take y'all home with me anytime. So I've got one more little song before I'm going to take a break because I'm working so hard up here. This is the third song. Then we're going to let these fabulous musicians take over for a bit. Next, we're going to do a tune written by Charlie Parker, and it's called Yardbird Suite. And for those of you who might be viewing who don't know what a vocalise is, I might have some students watching, but a vocalise is when someone takes an instrumental solo and puts lyrics to it. So a man named Anthony Prevost took Charlie Parker's solo and wrote lyrics to it, so I'll be doing that vocalise by Anthony as well. So. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's say 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, have you heard Bird? He can really blow. The cat is on the saxophone, blowing a whole new kind of tune. That Charlie Parker really knows that horn. The cat is blowing up a storm. He's making it groove. He will be bop and then he'll turn around, play a really sweet little thing. He stops the show every time he blows. You know the bird can sing. He makes it all swing. I heard the has a real happening sound. What do you say we get going? Baby, I've been waiting all day. You know that really you ought to come along and hear this cat named the word is out, he really can blow. Everybody's talking about the way the Parker plays his horn. So come along and listen to some bebop. We're stopping at the club, you'll love to hear this band. The cat's on the stand, they're really jamming, they're grooving. Bird is preaching up a storm, and everyone around is coming to hear the sermon. And every time you hear sounds that are really soothing, you find that it really grooves you, really puts you in the mood. We ought to go, we ought to blow this joint and head uptown, hang around where all the cool cats are grooving. Come with me, everybody's going down to hear some bird. Saxophone, blowing a whole new kind of groove. That Charlie Parker really knows that horn. The cat is blowing up a storm. You know he's making it groove. He will be bopping and he'll turn around, play a really sweet little thing. He stops the show every time he blows. You know the bird can sing. He makes it all swing. I heard the news in every tune he plays. The music that bird makes, the music that bird makes, the music that bird makes. It has a real happening sound. Thank you. These wonderful musicians. Thank you. I'll see you in just a little bit.
We're going to do a tune now by Lovell. Okay, y'all having a good time? Right on. So, over here on the piano, currently living in Charlotte, North Carolina, that is Mr. Lovell Bradford Sr., the one and only. Currently living in Greensboro, North Carolina, attending school. This is Skip Bradford on the bass. Currently living in Atlanta, Georgia, on the drums, and you're about to hear him on the saxophone. And you need to check out his music because he plays 13 instruments. He's got a new record out. It's called Pray, and it's blow your mind, blow your mind. I always say if it'll make a jazz fan out of you if you're a Christian, it'll make a believer out of you if you're a jazz fan. This is Hamilton Hardin right here. And we are going to welcome up again for 2 more tunes in this set, the fabulous Wendy Jones. And I want to also, one more time, thank Michael Burgraff and a Center for the Arts in Fergus Falls, Minnesota, and Arts Midwest for making this possible. I also want to thank the folks at Red House Productions, and also especially Bob Hinkle, the owner here at White Horse Black Mountain. So thank you so much, Bob. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, everybody in Fergus Falls. We love you. Michael, I appreciate you so much. And we are going to close this out now. We got 2 more songs.
Right, so I believe Christian just said we're going to do a tune right now by the great Thelonious Monk, born in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. And this is a tune called Ruby, My Dear. Your love has flown. You're all alone. Yes, I know you cry. There's no reply. Doesn't go, 'cause you say so. One day he came to you and he made the music play in his way. You said you'd rather die than say goodbye, but there'll come a day he made the music play in his way. You said you'd rather die than say goodbye. But there'll come a day, though he's away, you'll sing his song, you'll carry on, Ruby, my dear. Thank you. Give it up for Hamilton on tenor sax. Well, yeah, we're gonna do one more monk tune for you called In Walked Bud. He's coming right back.
Did we
I
get
hope
any?
so.
Did we ever get any questions on that live stream before we do this last tune here? Do we ever, Rebecca? Do you know? Do we have anybody burning questions coming from people in the audience?
I haven't
Maybe-
seen any questions. I haven't seen any questions. Just a lot of hi, how are you? Listening from various places around the country.
Well, where are they listening from?
Oh, let's see. We've got folks listening from Virginia.
Okay.
Judy from Virginia.
Okay.
Let's see. Cheryl doesn't say where she's listening from. Al is listening from North Carolina.
Yep.
And I've got a Charleston, South Carolina. That's Bink. And yeah,
You got Australia on the list there?
nobody from Australia has said that they're listening
What
from
time
Australia.
is it in Australia?
Because I have a lot of friends in Australia, and also, and this is a good time for Australia, actually. In case you don't know, I run a lot of Zoom classes, and I've got people from Australia, Hong Kong, all over Europe on these Zoom classes, Canada, the U.S. It's a real trick when you try to organize the time zones with an international audience. The thing is, when you try to get the U.S. and Europe and Australia at the same time, that's hard to do. Just in case if you're ever thinking about doing it. You kind of got to do 2 times. And so that's kind of what I've resorted to. But we might have some kids tuning in from the orchestra program in Fergus Falls, Minnesota. And I hope so, because I'm excited to be supporting those students. I'm supporting a lot of students right now with my YouTube channel. And if you go to on YouTube and just search my name, you'll find my channel. And I'm putting out a video every day to help students. So there's been tens of thousands of students actually around the world that have been using my YouTube videos for their online learning during the last 7 months. And I'm really proud of that, and I want to make sure that I put the message out. So if you know a student, a young student, or a teacher, you can send them to my YouTube channel. And also in Fergus Falls, Craig Peterson, he runs the orchestra program there. And a Center for the Arts, run by Michael Burgraff, they are connecting with the orchestra program so that I can provide some support to them. So I'm really excited about that. If any of the orchestra students in Fergus Falls are listening, I just want you to know I'm looking forward to connecting with you. And I'm trying to think. I think I've vamped long enough. I think that's about all I got to say. Again, thanks to everybody who made this possible. I know I had fun. So as far as I'm concerned, that's all that matters to me. But I do want to thank my friends and teachers here on the bandstand. Could not do this without them. And all of you could not do this without you. Thank you very much. And we are going to finish with
In Walked Bud.
by the great Thelonious Monk.
Right. I should have looked up who wrote the lyrics. I kind of feel like it was John Hendricks, but I'm not sure, so don't. I think it was the great John Hendricks who wrote the lyrics to this monk tune. I just love the lyrics too, because it talks about a lot of great musicians jamming and having a really good time. So it's wonderful. next to OP, who was beaming, monk thumping, suddenly in walked Bud, and then they got into something. Bias blew a mean sax, Mr. Max Roach beat a mean axe, monk thumping, suddenly in walked Bud, and then the joint started jumping. Every hip stud really dug Bud, soon as he hit town. Taking that note, nobody wrote, putting him down. OP pulled a mean string, Don and Dizzy played a hip thing, monk thumping, suddenly in walked Bud, and then they got into something. in rock mud, and then they got into something. Bias blew a mean sax, Mr. Max Roach beat a mean axe, monk a thumping, suddenly in walk Bud, and then the joint started jumping. Every hipster really dug Bud since he hit town, taking that no nobody road, putting him down. O.P. jumping. Suddenly in walked Bud, and then the joint started jumping.
That's Wendy Jones, Lovell Bradford Sr., Skip Bradford on the bass, Hamilton Hardin on the drums. I want to thank you very much. I'm Christian House. Thank you. Have a great night.
I'll tell you what, folks. I think that we have been to the mountaintop tonight. That's going to be one of the best gigs we've had here, and awful, maybe ever. I think we have gone to the top of the mountain this evening. It was a good one. I appreciate it. When the song rises up, white horses will fill the mountain. When the song rises up, then the clouds roll away. Well, sisters, ain't you glad? You can feel that fear fading. Brothers, ain't you glad it's going to be a better day? People, ain't you glad that we're all in this together? People, ain't you glad that the cloud's going to roll away? And when the song rises up, white horses will fill the mountains. When the song rises up, then the clouds roll away. Then the clouds roll away. Then the clouds roll away. Thank you. I can't help but repeat myself. This is the top of the mountain that White Horse is attached to. Now, one more piece of business, if you don't mind. Some of you who've been here before, you know that we have this contest. It's a worldwide Between the Cushions contest. We want you to feel around between the cushions of your couch and tell us what you find that's most interesting. Just drop us a line to Between the Cushions, White Horse Live, P.O. Box 456, Black Mountain, North Carolina 28711. A weekly winner will be announced right here. And there will be an overall winner as soon as we find the cheapest pair of overalls. This week's winners are Edgar and Edwina Sprinkle from Stream, North Carolina. Edward and Edwina found a slice of cured ham that Edwina had cooked about 13 months ago. Edgar promptly ate it, saying, "You know, you can't hurt ham." The two of them also wanted us to ask for your advice. They want to figure out how to avoid couch cushion migration. You know how they always slide around. But do they slide to the south in the fall and the north in the winter? And how much gum would it be needed to stop it from happening altogether? Don't try and tell me we don't have life-changing issues to solve here at White Horse Black Mountain. Take care, and for God's sake, don't touch your face. Good night now.
Thanks for joining us for White Horse Live. We hope you've enjoyed the show. And for those of you here in person, we sure hope you enjoyed being back at White Horse. We're glad to have you. We hope that you're with us for dozens more years to come. This program is produced by White Horse Black Mountain and by Rad House Studio. Bob Hinkle is your host and executive producer. Claire Hoke is audio engineer. Jessica Wharton is director of photography. Jessica Fox is key grip. Public Relations Services provided by Maggie Rainwater at Hoosier Devil. I'm Rebecca Hillgraves, director and producer for these programs. Special thanks to Nathan Kirkley, who's back behind the bar, providing liquid refreshment to the White Horse audience and staff, and to Craig Rumney, who manages the box office and keeps things goofy. Join us Friday evening the 30th at 8 o'clock for Walter Parks, right here on White Horse Live. In the meantime, be good to each other, and that includes all people.